Hi guys, this is the advisor and welcome back to the channel of upright men and women. Before I go into today's video, I would like you viewers and subscribers to take a look at this. I'm going to show you a short video. And this is one of the many great and uplifting videos and good news that has come out of Jamaica recently. It's a squad of JCF, young JCF police officers, consisting of both men and women, doing a drill display on stage at this expo that had occurred in Montego Bay, at that same symposium where the Bermudan commissioner had extolled the great successes of Jamaica's crime fighting. Take a look. This is something that the world ought to see, and I'm quite willing to put it out there. There is only one drawback though. The cameraman. Idiot that. All he had to do was to turn the camera horizontal so he could have caught everybody in the same frame doing what they are doing. No. The idiot, even though the area to be captured was a wide angle, kept the phone on portrait rather than landscape. Total coffee. You messed up, but still lovely display. If anybody else captured this on a horizontal, or should I say landscape format, please send it to me so I can play it for my audience again. Thank you very much. Guys, something very sinister is happening in Jamaica. And it happened right under the policeman them nose. It seems that gunmen have decided to establish their own firing range because them realized that they are no match for well-trained policemen. And because of the excessive attrition rate when they encounter trained officers, that is one of the reasons why they have withdrawn from gun battles with the police and why they have started, why they are lying low and are not getting so much involved in crime. So they realize now that they have to step up their game by becoming more proficient in firearm practices, firearm handling, and of course, marksmanship. Oh, by the way, something I need to say to you guys before I continue. I am not doing this because I want YouTube money. Because, truth be told, 3/4 of every year I am demonetized for speaking the truth. I do this out of love of country, love of my race, and because I want to preserve honesty and uprightness. I do it because this is my way of having fellowship with my people. And in order to connect with you as deeply as I can, I go into my comment section. I spend between 1.5 and 3 hours out of every 24-hour day reading the comments in my comment section. And I respond, well, to those that require response. And I try to do that as much and as best as I can. So, out of the sincerity of my heart, I'll say that if you ever need to make a comment or get in touch with me, you will get a response. And believe me, I am the only Jamaican blogger who takes time out to interact with you, my people. You won't find no other blogger do that. But if you know one, send me to a video where him or she put out, and the number of time when you see them go over there go answer anybody. Anyway, thanks for visiting. Let me continue. Word on the ground is that gunmen from several areas in the corporate area, mostly from East Kingston and Augustown, have set up a shooting range somewhere along the banks of the Hope River. From what I'm hearing, it is a level piece of ground somewhere on the eastern side of the Hope River, close to Augustown. Now, it is said that on some nights, shooting goes on for up to an hour, and it is heard very, very clearly in Augustown. Sometimes it can be even heard clearly in Long Mountain, which is that housing scheme next to Beverly Hills. And this seemed to have been going on now for several weeks. At first, people wasn't paying it any mind. Why? Because Augustown is a place where shot fire daily. Daily. So hearing rifles going off or even pistols going off anywhere near Augustown, nobody takes it really all that seriously. Because men are always just firing guns just for the furk of it. Now, how did this come to light? How did people or anybody come to realize that there was a shooting range somewhere there behind the cement company? That the Hope River, when it runs through Augustown, it follows between the hills and come right behind cement company, come right through Harbour View and enter the sea right there over the Harbour View Bridge. Some youths, one weekend, about 2 weeks ago, to what I'm hearing, 4 teenage youths, school friends, they decided to go catch crayfish in the river. Because truth be told, a lot of crayfish is in that river. And they are from the Bull Bay area, I would say. They were from the Shooters Hill area, I would say. And they go to a school close by. They cut through Harbour View, just behind Bayshore Park, take the river and go up, heading to Augustown, which is quite a few miles away. But they just wanted to find the best spot to catch some crayfish. And it was wild there when they were digging for crayfish and all of that and so on, that one of them left from the riverbank itself, climb a little rising, because it seemed that he wanted to do He wanted to do his business. And while there, he saw some spent shells on the ground. When he was through, he picked up a few and he showed them to one of his friends. And they went up further and looked, and up on a little rising, beyond some thickets, were a clear area where they saw targets and also saw more spent shells of various calibers. One of the youth went and told his mother. That was after they went back home. And the mother tell them, say, listen, don't say anything, don't do nothing, just keep it to yourself, and just don't go back down in the river there, because I don't know who no going buck up pan. Somebody told me the name of the 15-year-old who was among the 4 who discovered the site, and I would love them to at least get in touch with the police. However, I don't want to set the police and them without their consent, because somebody said this to me in confidence. However, if they can give me any location, any landmark, like any big tree or big rock, or something where I will be able to pass on to the police for them to identify the specific location, I'll be only too happy to pass this on to the police. After being appraised of all this, I contacted somebody, a good source of mine, a reliable source in East Kingston, in the Rockfort area. And he mentioned to me something that is very sinister. Now, I don't know how long some of you have been on this channel, but for you newbies, I had brought a story on this channel about a boat that had crashed over in Clarendon, that over 50 rifles coming from Haiti had been taken off that boat before the police arrived. This is the thumbnail for that video, and this is a picture of the boat, which was taken a year or so before it had crashed in Jamaica. And this boat was said to belong to a Haitian ex-policeman turned gangster. Now, out of all those guns that had come in on that boat, to date, if I can recall, only about 7 or 8 have been recovered. And all of these had been recovered in the Eastern Kingston community of Rockfort. Now, the Don for a section of East Kingston, who was said to have featured prominently in the importation of those guns into the island, is also said to be the one who is the main mover, shaker, and the instigator behind the establishment of this shooting range. And it is said to be this man. His name is Dalton Thomas, and everybody call him Gotti. And the reason why they call him Gotti is because so far he has no criminal record, either in Jamaica, which is his birth country, or America, where he is a naturalized citizen according to what I hear. So he travels to and from Jamaica, doing the biddings of whoever I don't really know. So if we can get to Gotti and pick his brain to find out exactly who is behind him, who he works for, I think we can solve a whole lot of the issue and communal violence that's happening in the country, which would cause our crime rate to drop even lower. Now, I'm urging the police to jump on this matter as fast as they can, and I urge the Jamaican citizens to be a lot more vigilant. And if you're afraid to go to the police with your information, come to me. I will never betray you. Not ever. Let's all just join together to make Jamaica the place to grow families, the place to live, thrive, do business, grow families, and enjoy total happiness. Thanks for watching. Like, share, leave a comment below, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video.